All right, welcome race fans. Here we are tonight at Charlotte with the Maximum Speed Racing. I don't know. I'm having all kinds of issues here tonight, but hopefully we can get it sorted out here before race time. But just stay with me, folks. We're trying to do the best we can.
I don't know what's going on, but I gotta get this
What?
meeting on the way. So,
What?
hey,
What?
Hey, Rudy.
Steve Peterson wants to know why you can't race. He's been here for a few races, I guess he said.
I don't know.
Said he's not on the league page no more.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have time to deal with that right now.
I don't either. I gotta get to a meeting.
So.
I'm coming up there, Ed.
Or somewhere.
Happy New Year, Rudy.
Yep.
Everything all right with the broadcast?
No, I'm not having a good time here, so I'm trying to figure it out.
10-4. I was just asking because I didn't see it down in the broadcast room, so.
Well, I haven't made it
All right,
that far. I've had to restart my computer. I've had to do everything, so I'm trying to deal with it.
All right, I'm going to go up here to the driver's meeting.
All right, folks, sorry about that. Everybody's in driver's meeting right now trying to get this thing underway, so bear with me for just a minute here till we get things sorted out. Well, anyhow, getting back to this, I'm still having some issues. Hopefully, this straightens up. I don't know. Dropping frames like crazy, so that's YouTube for you. You can't count on them when you need them. Just you got to do the best you can. You know, when I need the broadcast, I don't have it. It's been fine all day long for the last 20 hours. It's been fine, but the last hour has been a nightmare. So I don't. Whatever.
Hey, boss.
Yep.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
All right.
Secret number tonight is...
Well, hold on. It was fine all day long today. I man broadcasted. I uploaded videos. I did this. I did that. Man, it just worked great. Now tonight, all of a sudden, it's already dropped 2,500 frames.
Wow.
So, but anyhow, oh well. It'll be what it'll be, and that's all you can ask for. No, I'm the one that told Paul to go ahead and go out on the track to do his hot lap, okay? But no more, okay? I was doing 5 zillion things right then, and I could not be bothered. I just said, whatever, do whatever. Next time, go ask Ed. I don't want to hear it. I don't want anybody to bother me.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. I was in the middle of something, too, so... You know what was going on. Tommy Lee... I think so, yeah. I think so, bro. I don't either, and you come down with me those kind of questions, man. I was lost, man. What's going on? I don't know. I wasn't even in there, so I didn't know what was going on. Oh yeah, I know that. I already know that. Once he come down that friggin' room like he's the boss of everything. All right, whatever. I didn't know what was going on. Sorry, Rudy. But here's what I said. Well, I was down there with Crystal and Bruce. I said, listen. When he told me that, and was it Bruce said, boy, Ed, you got your hands full. I said, yeah, but the biggest thing is they don't know. Rudy has more say, just like I do. He owns this, just like as well as I do. Plus the TV, plus the broadcast. He does so much. And these guys come down, Bob. It's not going to work. What's it doing? Is it glitching out on us, or what's it doing?
Okay, coming down to 3 minutes left till qualifying. A little less than a minute. We'll be playing our national anthem here in just a minute, so hang on, folks. Thanks for joining us here. I was going to broadcast up to Hitbox and Twitch, but I don't know. There's some issues there that need to be worked out yet before I can do that, so I'll be experimenting some more with that later. For now, we're just on YouTube. Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Smallwood. Be watching their son Daniel right there, running in the 4th place in practice right now. Good lap for Daniel. All right, qualifying comes to an end. All right, Ed, we'll be right back.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallant.
So how we doing tonight, fine gentlemen?
Streaming,
That's
and
not
the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good, Rudy. How about yourself? It's good to be here in this big broadcast room with you, man. It's just awesome. Scott's in here with us tonight. That's awesome, too. I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year out there. All the folks that are watching our race tonight with us. We're going to be racing at Charlotte here, 100 laps in the B car, Rudy. Should be some fun.
Yes, sir. Should be very much fun. Scott, you're not racing tonight, huh? Is Scott in here?
I thought he was. I guess maybe he just stepped out for a minute, Rudy.
Oh, okay. Well. All right. Well, looks like Hurlo on the top spot. We'll go through it here just a minute. Actually, I'm going to show this right now. I wanted to make sure I get this out there before we do get going. We got a pretty tight points battle going on here. Christopher Hurlo only 5 points ahead of Sean Butler. Christopher with 360 points, Sean Butler with 355. Those two have been back and forth, Ed, for quite the last 3 or 4 races have been back and forth. So a very tight point battle there. Chris Surcoy's in 3rd, Thomas Keane 4th, Joey Buscemi 5th. So pretty good battle going on up here in the top spot. Anybody could win this with only 3 races left, including tonight. Only 2 more after tonight.
Season's winding down, huh, Rudy?
Yes, it is. Yeah, I was talking to you here a little bit ago and you weren't there.
Yeah, I told Ed I wanted to step away for a second. Sorry about that.
Okay.
What's the plan for the up and coming season, Rudy?
Well, I don't know. We ain't crossed that bridge yet.
I was just thinking about it earlier today. I hadn't heard you mention anything, so I thought I'd ask.
Yeah, Ed and I really haven't sat down and talked about anything yet, so I don't know.
I look forward to being a part of it again another season if you guys are all right with me coming back.
Roger that. Yeah, fine with me.
I know I tend to ruffle some feathers sometimes, so...
Yeah. So what? Feathers are made to be ruffled.
Some people just can't get past it sometimes. It's the ones that can, they're the ones that realize what life's really all about. There's ups and downs and peaks and valleys.
Well, let me see if I can make sure you guys' volume's turned up loud enough so everybody can hear you on the broadcast. I got last time people were saying they couldn't hear you guys on the broadcast. Well, I could hear you just fine. So, all right, so qualifying is over, and we're going to get down here closer as everybody's starting to get on the grid, and we're going to do a rundown here real quick. Okay, Christopher Herlow on the pole with a 28.893. Congratulations to Christopher, and that does give him some extra bonus points for taking the pole. Stephen Hollingsworth on the outside in the number 6. Sean Butler in third in the number 88. In fourth place, Daniel Smallwood in the number 8. Tommy Lee in fifth place in the number 54. In sixth, Joey Buscemi in the number 77. John Mushton in the number 67, starting 7th. In 8th place, Lee Bedsel in the number 97. Robert Craze in the 92, starting 9th. And William Kirk in the number 5, starting 10th. Ed?
Oops, sorry, Rudy. I'm on there. Hang on. All right, wait a 10th driver.
11th.
I gotta get on the right path here. Okay, we got 12th, Joey Hemi.
11th. 11th.
11th. Kyle
Strychars.
Okay. Start, yeah. Yeah, come on.
In 12th place, we got Joel Hamilton in the number 55. In 13th, Chris Serkoy is in the number 42. Charles Winters in the number 48, starting 14th. Scott Brinson in the number 10, starting 15th. Paul Berthwick in the number 68, starting 17th. Mark Robertson in the 21, starting 18th. Cody Griffin in the number 3, starting 19th. Brian Phillips in the number 39, starting 20th. Rush in the number 69, starting 21st. Brian Ray in the number 12, starting 22nd. And rounding out the field, riding shotgun, going to be the number 84 of Kevin O'Brien, starting 23rd. Sorry, Ed, we couldn't mess around any longer, man.
No, sorry, I was flashing for some reason. The thing is flashing right now.
We got one reset tonight, correct?
Yeah.
Good deal. I'm just going to take it easy myself here. Hopefully everybody else will just kind of take it easy. Otherwise, this will get out of control early.
Well, I can assure you right now it's probably going to anyhow, because everybody's going to want to go 3 wide. Well, hell, we might as well go 5, 6 wide.
I'm sure it'll only take a lap or 2 before we see 3 wide.
I'd say
I
it.
didn't want to say that during the drivers' meeting, but we all know it's going to happen.
I think we ought to maybe go 4 or 5 wide. I think that would be great racing.
There we go. Guess
Okay,
ready,
the Ford GT Mustang's gonna dive into pit road. We're waiting on that green flag, boys. Green flag wave, gentlemen. We are going racing.
Sean Butler staying right there on the tail of Christopher Hurlow. Hollingsworth up on the high side in the number 6. Looks like he got a pretty good run coming off of 2, but now looking on the inside, Sean Butler on the inside of Christopher Hurlow wants to take that lead away from him and not let him lead that first lap.
Wreck it. Whoa. I don't know how I avoided that.
All right, caution out on the first lap. Wow, there's a surprise.
Yeah, they had 2 or 3 of them wrecked right in front of me.
Well, I got no replay, so...
Seems like there are a bunch of guys that got caught up in it. I think some guys are going to be using some resets right off the bat.
No doubt. Well, we'll find it here. If it takes the whole race, I'll find it. Well, it looks to me like Robert, is that Robert Craze? Robert Craze looks like he got loose right in front of a bunch of them.
He sure did, Rudy. Brings it around. Number 93.
92.
Oh, it looks like 90. Okay, I see it now. 92, yep.
It looks like Joel Hamilton gets into that. Kyle Streichars. And then a few other guys is trying to get broke down from that. Chris Lurkoy's barely missing out on it, but he does get clipped in the side, I believe, by Paul Berthwick. And that's, boy, he just barely tapped the wall, but he's going to have some damage on that car. And along comes Robert Craze and tags him in the rear. So Rush slipping by on the inside. Wow, that's amazing. All right, back up live. Some of these guys coming down pit road. Some of them not wanting to use that already, but it looks like Sean Butler has led all the laps so far, guys. He denied Christopher Hurlow of leading that first lap.
I'm just hoping once we get back up to green flag conditions that we can, get a few laps in, because the cars, everybody seems to be jostling around a lot early on in the run. I think everybody just needs to run a few laps here, take a deep breath, and settle in. Otherwise, we'll be doing this all night, boys.
Yep, it'll be a long night.
Say thanks to our sponsor out there, Sim Garage. We appreciate everything that you do for Max Speed Racing there, Steve. Appreciate you being a part of this.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. Check them out, folks, at simgarage.com.
For all your custom Sim box needs.
I'm just trying to watch things here because something's just, I don't know, things are just not acting right for me tonight. I don't know. Weird. I mean, when it dropped 2,500 frames already, something's not right. All right, Ed, we're going to get this thing wound up again. Sean Butler going to bring him to the line. Are you there?
I sure am, Rudy. Sorry.
Okay.
Just writing things down, buddy. Sorry. Got to keep track of the race, podcast.
Yep.
A lot of fun.
The list.
List. Called the blacklist.
Yeah. Who made the list tonight?
Sean Butler on the inside. Christopher Harlow on the outside. Steve Hollowworth running in third. Daniel Smallwood running fourth. Hey, pace car's off, gentlemen. We're getting ready to go green. Green flag waves again, guys. Let's go racing.
And Sean Butler,
hold him off.
yeah, he beats him to the line again. But Christopher still has not led a lap yet. Now on the inside, Hollingsworth on the inside takes over the second spot. Tommy Lee slipping in there.
Oh,
Somebody in the wall.
somebody's on the wall.
No caution though.
Nope.
Okay, Hollingsworth trying to come, or Hurlow trying to come by on the outside. Looks like he does, gets it right up in front of Stephen Hollingsworth, and now he's taking a peek on the inside of Sean Butler. A little tit for tat there. Trying to get, man.
Still Harlow and Sean Butler. Sean Butler up on that high side. Harlow on the low side there, trying to get underneath that, get some, at least try to lead the lap here. But Sean Butler's just making it difficult for him.
Yeah, he's hanging on really tough right there. But I'll tell you what, Hollingsworth.
Oh, he might have it right now.
Yeah.
He'll be leading that lap.
Yes, he does. So Christopher Hurlow does complete that lap and gets the bonus point for leading the lap.
Sean Butler working that high side, getting that draft up by that low side. Got him running on the back stretch.
Hurlow happy now. He did get the bonus point. Gonna just kind of fall back a little bit right behind Butler. Trying to make it interesting as they are in a pretty tight battle here, Ed, for the championship. So, you know, every single point's going to count right now.
Oh, you know that, Rudy. And if you get that value point, that's really, really important for the end of the season.
Daniel Smallwood here in the 5th place looking on, watching all this happen up ahead of him. And he's got quite the pack of cars behind him. William Kirk trying to get by him now on the inside. That looks like a pretty good battle between them two, and they come right up on Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth kind of like in the way, but hanging on. Good racing going on here right now. These guys, William Kirk trying to stay right there in the 6th spot as they come around. Lee Bedsel catching up to these guys as they, the 3 of them battling, let him catch right up to them. We've got 7 cars pretty much nose to tail here. Well, pretty much. Cody Griffin now into the 8th place, driving the number. Oh, and he goes around, saves it. Nice save. And that's not the car he said he was going to be running, so I'm refreshing Trading Paints because that's not the car he said he was going to run tonight. And if it's not right, then it's not my problem. I refresh Trading Paints. I'm waiting to see if that is the car, so.
Was that on Cody Griffin?
Yeah.
He's
Yep.
driving the blue and black car, is he?
Yeah. He was supposed to be driving a silver car. The old, there it is. There it is. It's a silver car. So finally I get the right one. Jeez, oh man, Trading Paints. What a hunk of junk. There you go. There's the Cody Griffin car. That's the old Dale Earnhardt retro paint job on that. The old Goodwrench Chevrolet. And he asked for the number 3 for tonight. Specifically, he's going to have family and friends watching. So big shout out to them all out there watching. Cody Griffin coming into the 13th spot right now after almost losing it. Getting back up to the leader here, Sean Butler, with Christopher Hurlow right on his tail.
He sure is, Rudy. Looking for that line.
Now Herlo on the inside of Sean Butler, making Sean work the high side. Butler going to try to keep him pinched down. Butler with a good run coming out of the turn. Who's going to beat who to the line?
Looks like
Butler again.
Butler's got it. Yep.
Herlo by just about a half a fender coming down the backstretch and going into turn 3.
He gets a good bite off here before he does.
He sure does.
We'll take it. Sean Butler. Oh, look, it might be a tie right here. Bumper
Man.
to bumper there.
Showing Butler led that one.
Boy, that was a close one.
Yeah, it was.
That's a good bite off. 3 does. Pull in front of him. Yes, he does. He pulls up in front of him.
Oh.
Sean Butler don't have nowhere. Tommy Lee is right there, closing the bottom door on him.
Yep. Tommy Lee up in front of Butler now as Christopher Herlo takes over the lead. Wants to get up there and lead some more laps. Wants to lead the most laps tonight to get that point. To stay way out ahead of Butler. He's 5 points ahead of him coming into tonight, and he wants to stay up there even more. Daniel Smallwood now into 4th. William Kirk 5th. Hollingsworth back to 6th. Lee Bedsel in 7th. And it's a long way back to Scott Brinson in the 8th place. He's about 2 seconds behind Lee Bedsel. Got his work cut out for him. Scott, how's the traffic back there, and how's your car running?
Pretty clear traffic-wise. There ain't nobody around me right now. Car's all right. I just kind of got dropped back a little bit. I'll be all right. Just need a caution.
There you go.
Fresh tires.
There you go. Joey Buscemi driving the Dawn to Earth car. Great looking car. Shout out to Gyro. She's watching. She's going to be doing our points for us. Helping out a little bit. Brian Phillips in 10th spot. Followed by Paul Berthwick. Paul working his way up through the field. Rush into 12th. Now it looks like he's getting a good run on Brian Phillips, and both of them clear Brian. Brian goes back to the 12th spot. Rush into 11th. Cody Griffin still back in 13th. Kyle Streichard working his way up. Got a little bit of damage on that wreck there earlier, but it looks like he's doing all right now as he's in 14th. Kevin O'Brien in 15th. Kevin, boy, what a comeback for him last week. Great finish for him.
Yeah, it was. He had a good race last week. Definitely, Rudy, for that gentleman.
Tommy Lee now takes up the 2nd spot, and Sean Butler in 3rd.
Tommy Lee looks like he wants to lead at least 1 lap. Now, I don't know if Hurdle's going to give him the opportunity, but he'll stick in line there and follow him through. Sean Butler gave him a little boost and told him he's there. Well,
these guys are all pretty close friends, and one might just say, Herlo might just say, well, Tommy, go ahead, lead a lap, get it out of the way,
You gotta fight for it, though.
Yeah.
You gotta make him fight for that lead if you want to lead it.
Tommy Lee is now taking over.
He's gonna lead it. He's
Yes,
gonna take
sir.
that lap.
Tommy Lee leads the lap.
Oh, Sean Butler's gonna close that door on Hurl.
William Kirk goes into 4th. Now Hollingsworth 5th as
We got a car coming up on the track.
Daniel Smallwood slips back to the 6th spot. Tommy Lee still in the lead. Butler 2nd. Herlo back to 3rd.
Those tires might have to come down a little bit, Rudy. These tires really get hot here at Charlotte. They can cook them. That right front will cook up easy. But driving this, you'd be right off, throttle control here. This is a really good track. I don't know how many laps we did. 30 laps last night, and made it to the end. So I spun out there because my tires really got overcooked. But also, that was an awesome practice race we had last night.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, so Tommy Lee leads yet another lap. 3 laps. He's led Butler there in 2nd, has led 15, and Herlo's led 6. So those have been the only 3 leaders. Now William Kirk wants to get up there. He joins the battle, making it a 4-car battle. And he wants to lead some laps too.
Oh, he's got to get up on the back bumper so he can lead a lap.
Hollingsworth in the 5th spot. Daniel Smallwood back here in 6th. Who's that lap car in between them? The number 67 of John Mushton. Showing him a couple of laps down. Mark Robertson in the 20th spot. Looks like he's the last one on the lead lap right now. Back here about 18 seconds behind the leader. Chris Serkois in 19th. Brian Ray in 18th. Joel Hamilton now gets by him and into 17th. Robert Craze in 16th.
Christopher Hurlow is looking on the inside of Sean Butler there to try to get that back in the 2nd spot. You know what? Sean Butler's got that high side working well for him tonight, Rudy.
Yes, he does.
I think maybe that's the line tonight. They need to use that high side. Maybe that, you get on that low side. Maybe it's just eating that right front up. I don't know, Rudy. You know what? This gentleman looks like he can drive up or down. So.
Well, we've got a pretty good battle going on. It's tightening up even more, Ed.
Oh, it sure is.
It's we're getting Hollingsworth joining in on it now as these guys are starting to reel in William Kirk. So
yeah, William Kirk, he's pretty strong out there. I think he's just looking towards front of him. See what's going to happen. Those cats up in front of him, they're going back and forth, high side, low side, and they're just racing it up hard up there towards the front. Maybe just relax and see what happens. Maybe somebody's going to get into the wall or something. Maybe they're going to touch doors. Nobody knows. He's going to stay right there and watch some guys in front of him. He was up on their back bumper there a couple laps ago there, and I see he just lifted back a little bit. It's probably, like I said, just lurking. He's just lurking.
Well, Sean Butler and Tommy Lee, no stranger to this situation. Those two have raced side by side in a good many races and put on some pretty good shows. And look at this; they're not disappointing us right now either.
That's some fine dancing what those guys are doing right now up in the front there. You got Sean Butler on the low side. You got Tommy Lee up on the high side. William Kirk just blinked out of my screen here because I was following them guys and blinked out for a few seconds.
Christopher Hurlow on the inside of Tommy Lee, but I don't know if Tommy Lee's going to be able to hold him off. Tommy comes back on the high side though. Comes back across the nose of Christopher Hurlow and maintains 2nd place for now.
Looks like they're spread out a little bit better now, Ray. They're not on top of each other. They're letting those tires cool down. Tommy Lee's going to ride in 2nd. We got Christopher Hurlow going to ride in 3rd. William D. Kurt riding in 4th spot there. Stephen Hollingworth riding in the 5th spot. And that's where it's going to be right there, our top 5.
Paul Berthwick in 6th. Lee Bedsall 7th. Daniel Smallwood back to 8th. And Scott Brinson 9th. Cody Griffin in 10th spot. Cody driving the retro Dale Earnhardt car tonight for his friends and family that are watching. Joey Buscemi in 11th. In the Dawn to Earth car. That's his wife's seasoning and spice business. All homemade organic spices she makes.
You better ship me some of the mail. We got Brian Phillips here running in the 12th spot. Rush is running in the 13th spot. Kevin O'Brien running in the 14th spot, Rudy. You got Robert Craze running in the 15th spot. Joey Hamilton in the 16th spot. Mark Robertson running in the 17th spot. I can't understand his name. It's awful.
Stride Charge.
Stride Charge, yeah.
Stry. Say it, Stry.
Stride Charge, yeah.
There you go. You got it. Chris Serkois is another one back here behind Kyle. Now he's actually doing pretty good, and he's up there in the points a little bit. We were looking at him there earlier, Ed, and he is up in the points. So I was going to flash him up again real quick here. Let me see if I can find him.
Yeah, John Mustin, he's down 2 laps. Is he, or he's still on the track? No, he's still on the track there, running in the 20 spot. Brian Ray running in the 21st spot. Christopher D. Winters running in the 22nd spot.
Yeah, Chris Surquois is 3rd in the points, Ed, and he is only, let's see, he is 37 points away from Christopher Hurlow.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, he's still in the hunt with 2 races to go. Anything could happen. Hurlow and Butler could be wrecked out, and Surquois could slip in there and steal that championship away from him.
He sure can. I'm just looking at the back of that Chevrolet that he's driving out there. It looks like it's got some damage, rear damage on that 22.
Oh yeah, he got caught up into that accident there and got some pretty serious damage on that car. He's got some on the side, front, and the back.
I see that. That guy in the front, he's got that is 07. He's got as much damage as he got.
Yeah, Kyle Streichard.
Yeah, there you go, Kyle. Yep.
Yeah, and
I gotta get these guys' number down in my head.
All right, Christopher Hurlow now on the inside of Tommy Lee, taking over 2nd. Setting his sights on Sean Butler. Sean out there about almost a half a second ahead of Christopher Hurlow right now. Shout out to Christopher's mom and dad and his wife, all probably watching at home. So big shout out to them. Watching Christopher trying to bring it to Victor Lane here tonight.
I don't know. I think it was out there, Sean Butler's out there reading. You got Tommy Lee running the 3rd spot. Maybe get up in the back bumper, Christopher Hurlow, and just draft with him, and maybe catch back up to the leader.
Yeah, the same thing that's going on here between William Kirk and Stephen Hollingsworth. Them two just kind of riding it out right now. Where we are on lap 40 already, Ed, so moving right along pretty good. Paul Berthwick 4.6 seconds behind the leader. He's running about 3.5 seconds behind Hollingsworth, so he's got a lot of ground to cover. Cody Griffin in 7th place, Joey Buscemi 8th, Scott Brinson in 9th. Those 3 running pretty close together. Scott having a pretty good night out here running in the 9th place, huh?
Yeah, I was up to 7th a minute ago, but had a moment. I accidentally bumped into Lee Betzel. I think I sent him back a little bit.
I like that. Had a moment.
I thought, the moment, we eat something, so I got a moment.
I like that. That was good. Smallwood back to 10th place now. Daniel having a pretty good night here, trying to finish in the top 10. Looking back at Lee Betzel, you were talking about Lee Betzel. Now he is back in 19th place, and I'm showing him 1 lap down. So not sure how he got 1 lap down, but
he might have pitted. His tires were going way off, and he was trying to fight me off and pinch me down. I wound up just coming up a little bit, nudging him.
Okay. Brian Ray in 20th. John Mushton 21st.
Start charges up against the wall.
Got somebody coming down pit road there. What was that? Charles Winter getting ready to come down pit road. He's on the apron here, getting ready to. Ooh, I heard somebody hit the wall or something there. But
start charge is so loose, man. He come up turn. I think it was turn 2 there. Boy, I almost lost it. He got it back going there. I think he needs a pit.
Well, it's about that time for these guys to pit. They've, some of them been out here for quite a little while, and it looks like he does stay out of the way and let everybody go by him on the high side. He's trying to hang on. He's back in 18th spot now, lap down. Well, let's get back up to the front as Christopher Hurlow does take over the lead again. Sean Butler 2nd, Tommy Lee 3rd, and William Kirk 4th. Hurlow trying to get out here and beat Butler for the most laps led. Butler hanging on right there. He's got 26 laps he's led, and Hurlow with 10. or 11, excuse me. Butler in third, and he's going to have company here before long with William Kirk and Stephen Hollingsworth falling off just a little bit as they come around here to complete lap 46 and start lap 47. Guys are...
I was back on Cody Griffin's car, and his car changed back to the blue and white. I did have it fixed, but like you said, I think there's something wrong with trading paint tonight, Rudy.
Yeah, well, I found out a little secret about that. You want to uncheck the one thing so where it doesn't automatically refresh.
Oh,
because
okay.
if you refresh it, you don't want it to refresh again after that, okay? So uncheck that box and it won't refresh again automatically.
Okay, good. I'm glad to know that.
Yeah, I found that out. Somebody told me about that in another league, and I was like, really? And well, that kind of makes sense, you know? Because it wants to keep refreshing back to one of their old paint schemes, and for whatever reason, John Mushton in 21st. Looks like Charles Winters has taken his car behind the wall. First one out of the race. Cody Griffin still running in 7th. Paul Berthwick 6th. Brian Ray back here in 20th. Actually one lap down. Chris Serkoy 17th, one lap down. Hollingsworth 5th. William Kirk 4th. Tommy Lee 3rd. Sean Butler 2nd. And we're following the leader here, Christopher Hurlow.
Be coming up some black driving here coming pretty soon. Driver there, Smallwood there, they're pulling in the pit road here, probably going to get some 4-cylinder tires and fill it up with full snuggle fuel there, Rudy.
Yes, he is. I see him coming down pit road now.
Is Buscemi pitting?
Yeah, Daniel, he needs it, he's past halfway here. He needs new tires. He needs to get that fender looked at, see if they can't fix that fender. I'm not sure if he has a reset left or not. They did get one, but yes, it did look like he did have a reset. So he's going to come out of there with a brand new car, Ed.
Oh, that's good. I see Stephen Hollingworth there. He was pitting too at the same time.
Yes, sir, and he's coming off pit road now, so he's away. It's going to put a few of these guys down, but we're still waiting to see when the leader's going to come down pit road. He's out there about 1.8 seconds. Oh, excuse me, Sean Butler coming down pit road.
Buscemi is pitting the 77 Chevrolet. Sean Butler going to pit?
Yeah, he's on pit road now. William Kirk on pit road too. Joey Buscemi.
Christopher Hurlow, our leader, is coming in.
We'll get on him here in just a second.
Tommy Lee's going to follow him right in.
Oop, there he is. There's Christopher Hurlow. I thought Tommy Lee already came in, but I guess not.
Nope, he's following Hurlow's right down the pit lane here.
Well, that puts Paul Berthwick out in the lead, so he will collect a bonus point for leading the lap.
Who's going to cost Tommy Lee in the backup?
And Rush in second. What? Rush? That's a mistake.
Trying to say where he come from.
Let me restart this IRTVO. There was a mistake on it, I think. Rush in second. Woohoo! Go Rush. I think he's waiting to see if Berthwick's going to stop, and that way he could collect that bonus point. That's good, smart thinking by Rush.
Oh, it sure is. Like I said, like we always talk about, if you get an opportunity to lead a lap here or any track, get that valuable bonus point, man, it's just awesome at the end of the season.
Once these guys all up in the front here pit, now Rush does have a little damage on the right front there, but If he can get down pit road and get that looked at, maybe he has a reset. I don't know. Robert Craze now in third. Kevin O'Brien fourth, right behind Robert. Mark Robertson in fifth.
Well, that was a good line. He come up out of 2 there, and that car was just sailing.
Paul Berthwick coming down pit road. So he is on pit road. That's going to give the lead up to Rush if he can get to the line before Paul gets there. Yes, and Rush does lead a lap. Whoa! Wait a minute. You know what? I think it's his cat driving again.
It might be his daughter.
Nah, last time it was his cat. He told me.
Was it?
Yeah, he said his cat jumped right up there and took right over. So I better be quiet. I'm going to mess him up. Looks like we may have another one out of the race. Brian Ray, not sure where Brian went, but looks like he is out of the race. Rush still in the lead as he tries to get a run to get by Kyle Streichars, or Kyle's trying to get by him. Ooh, Rush down on the apron. Looks like he's headed for pit road. So Rush giving up the lead and coming down pit road.
He sure does.
Oh, man.
Got one spinning in the back stretch.
Who was that? Scott?
That was Scott. Did you lose it?
It just got loose and it felt good, and all of a sudden it felt bad. I don't know. That was weird.
Well, another brand new leader out front, Robert Craze. He collects a bonus point for leading the lap. So, man, look at the lead changes we've had tonight, Ed. And
those are awesome. That's
he's
what we
heading
always
for
look forward.
he's heading for pit road now.
Oh, nice.
So that's going to give the lead up to Mark Robertson. Let's see, Mark crosses the line and he will lead a lap. Man, look at all them the lead changes. Wow. I am really having some issues here, and I don't know what's going on. It's like something's just dragging this computer right down into the basement. I don't know.
We got a yellow.
Uh-oh. Oh, Rush. He just come off a pit road, too. And I can't. I'm going to have to rewind it back the old-fashioned way here because I can't. My controls aren't all here. Just a never-ending battle with this junk. So let's see if we can figure out what happened to him here.
He's coming off pit road. I don't know why. Oh, he just loses it. Hits the inside wall. Goes back up the track. Hits the outside wall and gets into somebody up there. And just lost it coming off pit road. That means you got to let off the throttle there coming out of pit road there because it gets really loose down there.
Yeah, it does sometimes. Yeah, it's happened to me just exactly just what happened to him right there. If you just hit that throttle, I mean, you're trying to hurry, you know, to get back out there in the race, and it costs you, you know. As he just coming off pit road, and too much gas on that apron like that will make you spin right around. And then he gets some pretty serious air time here going up into that outside line, right in front of traffic. That was in front of the. Gosh, I can't make out the number on that car, but yep, okay. Rush getting a lot of damage as he's sitting on pit road now. Christopher Hurlow out in the lead, not pitting. Probably won't come down pit road, Ed.
No, he just came off pit road, so it's only been a couple of laps or 3 laps maybe during that run, so I don't believe he'll come back down.
It's like Tommy Lee second, William Kirk third, Paul Berthwick fourth, Mark Robertson fifth, Robert Craze sixth, Brian Phillips seventh, Stephen Hollingsworth eighth. Well, they're still switching up, so might as well wait. Some guys are pitting. Sean Butler on pit road. What happened to Sean? Ah, that was the one that got in with Rush.
come up hit Sean against that wall there.
Oh man. Well, Herlo finally coming down pit road now. Yeah, Butler on pit road trying to get damage fixed up. That's going to put him a couple laps down probably. Joey Buscemi out first. But Paul Berthwick staying out and will be scored as our leader. We'll get caught up to him here in just a second. There we go. Chris Serkoy's up ahead of him. In the 14th spot, he'll be at the tail end of the lead lap. Joey Buscemi 15th, first one lap down.
Sean Butler took his car behind the wall.
Well, that's going to hurt him in the points for sure, you know. God, that car didn't look that bad. Any way we could drag him down into the booth with us there, Ed?
I sure can. Give me a second here, I'll drive him down. Man, it feels good to have two screens. You can look at both screens and poof.
Okay, so the lap cars get by.
Nope, I think he left our team.
He left. Never mind. Okay, Ed, they're ready to go back green, so let's get them going here again.
I've seriously got to start practicing in between these races. This just trying to wing it stuff ain't working.
No. Seat time's the best thing for you, buddy.
Yeah, I just really haven't had the desire lately.
Okay, Paul Berthwick in first. Mark Robertson on the outside of him.
Okay, gentlemen, wait for that Ford GT Ford Mustang. Gonna dive into pit road, and it sure does. And we'll wait for that green flag to wave one more time. And it waves one more time. Boogie boogie, guys, let's go racing one more time. Boy, I don't know what's wrong with Mark Robertson. He's off the throttle there or something going on there.
Yeah, the number 3 of Cody Griffin gets a pretty good run and is going to come up on the inside of Mark Robertson to take over the second spot. Daniel Smallwood now looking to the inside of Hollingsworth to take up fourth. Lee Bedsall into the mix of it. So, man, we've got some quite a bit of changing going on up here in the front.
Oh, we sure do, Rudy. Where they come from?
Yeah, Christopher Herlo now side by side with Lee Bedsall going into turn 1. Bedsall, oh no!
Big crash.
Smallwood into it, and no caution. Don't throw one.
Wow, no caution.
Don't throw one.
I don't throw nothing. Now we don't.
Now we got one. Yeah, people
I was
are.
gonna say, how can there not be a caution?
I know, I would
People
think,
everywhere.
but yeah. So Smallwood bringing out that caution, getting loose in the turn. Ed, go back and verify that. I got no way of doing it.
I'm looking at it right now. I don't think I think it's Lee Bedsall that did that one. Oh.
It's funny how everything was working fine today, and and I didn't do anything, and now everything's working like junk. All right, Berthwick coming, well, faking it like he was going to come down pit road, but Cody Griffin taking that chance, going to come down and possibly change up some tires, maybe. Probably won't need fuel, just tires. But Berthwick staying out, leading yet another lap here. That makes 8 laps he's led. Let's take a look here at the race analysis. This is caution number 3. We've had 12 lead changes up front. It's a lot of lead changes. For this track, I meant. Alright, so they're going to be starting Berthwick, Robertson, Hurlow, Hollingsworth, Turquoise, Tommy Lee, Brian Phillips, Brian Ray, William Kirk, and John Mushton, top 10. Mushton probably glad to be back on the lead lap, I'm sure. He was a lap down earlier. Oh, well, wait a minute. That's going to put Kevin O'Brien in the top 10, but Mushton in 11th, so that's a good comeback for him. Looks like Rush out of the race. Why is Rush out of the race? Gosh, I didn't think he had that much damage.
About old Mark Robertson up there running in second place, Rudy.
Yes, sir. Well, Rush.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell us what happened out there, buddy.
I don't know. I think somebody dropped some oil on that track.
You think so? I've done the same thing that you've done, brother. I mean, you come off that turn, you know, coming out of pit road like that, and you just get back in that throttle just a little too quick, and it just wants to kick out on you. So, but
oh yeah, I mean, I must have ran this track 100 times last time that happened.
Yeah.
It freaked me out.
Well, it looks like you come up into Sean Butler, and I don't know, did he just have too much damage to continue, or what?
Oh, I don't know. He's probably PO'd. I waiting for me to get out the car so he can come run over there and try to hit me.
Oh, brother. Well,
I gotta say, you better bring it. I'm a pretty big boy.
well, are you still in the server?
No, I'm out. Too
Ah,
much damage.
we could have stayed in the server. You never know, you might win some money.
Nah, I'm not gonna win no money.
Okay. Well, if you're not in the server, you don't.
So TeamSpeak.
Nah, don't count.
That does. No,
Well, don't leave after the race. We'll hang out.
no, I'm still here.
Yeah. See you tomorrow. All right, we'll be done here in a little bit.
No, feel bad.
You should.
Thanks.
Did you hear me saying Rush in the lead? It's got to be his cat driving.
I heard you. I gotta refresh OBS. This gotta be wrong.
All right, I'll talk to you in a little bit, buddy.
Okay, our pace lights are off on that Ford GT Ford Mustang up there, leading these guys around, getting ready to dive into pit road. Pace car is in, gentlemen. Green flag waves one more time. Boogie boogie, guys. Let's go racing.
All right, Berthwick right out there in the lead. Hurlow second. He got by Mark Robertson. Mark goes back to third, but he's under fire by Chris Turquoise. Chris trying to get a run in. Loose coming off of the turn. Not going to do it that way. Mark holds on to third for right now. Turquoise on the inside of Hollingsworth and puts him into the wall.
No caution.
No.
Hollingsworth. In the grass.
Hollingsworth saves it, but boy, he goes clear back to 12th spot. Probably not too happy of a camper right now about that.
Well, that was all net cold. Didn't even touch him. All
Yeah.
net cold.
But, you know, they would have touched.
They would have, but it was all net cold. They were like you could walk 3 bodies through those 2 cars.
Yeah. All right, getting back up here. Chris Turquoise in fourth, following behind Mark Robertson. And Christopher Hurlow trying to get up here with Paul Berthwick. Paul been out there for 13 laps now, and looking to maybe lead some more. So far, nobody's been able to beat Sean Butler. He's led 26 laps, so far he's led the most laps, even though he's out of the race back in 19th spot. Unfortunate for him. That just kind of pretty much sets a tone for 2 more races after tonight. Hurlow going to have quite a bit of
in the wall. We got a wreck in 2.
Quite a bit of a lead over second spot. So, you know, Sean Butler going to be in second, but you know, as close as that is, that's going to let Chris Serkois close up on him. 80.
Second and 3. Spinning. Saved it. There's Lee Betzel.
Lee Betzel. Yeah, he's still hanging on to 9th spot. Looks like him and Joey Buscemi. Joey up here in 13th spot, 1 lap down. He's the first car a lap down, so the caution does come out as they're coming around here to take 25 to go.
I'm ahead of Joey. Does it matter how many laps down you are?
Yeah. He's only 1 down, you're 2.
That's what I was asking. I was wondering.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was just first car in order on the track.
I don't know. Whatever iRacing does, I don't know how that works.
I don't either. That's why I was wondering. Joey's gonna catch me anyway. My car's got damage.
Brian Ray takes up the 4th spot. Good run for Brian tonight as he closes in on Mark Robertson. Mark, looks like Mark's kept, them two have kept their cars pretty clean tonight, Ed.
Oh, they sure have, Rudy.
Our Canadian buddy there, Mark Robertson, got that big old red maple leaf on the hood. Doing a good job out there, though. Now on the inside of him, Brian Ray to take up that spot. And William Kirk goes right along with him. Mark drops 2 spots right there in turn 1 and 2.
I think Mark's just saving his tires. I mean, we still got a ways to go, Rudy.
Well, it can be long. We're going to be looking at 20 to go here. Cody Griffin on pit road. That's going to put him back to the 12th spot, a lap down. Paul Berthwick and Christopher Hurlow battle this thing out, coming down to the end of it here. A couple more laps. We're going to be at 20 to go as Christopher Hurlow comes right up on the back of Paul Berthwick, but didn't look like he had enough ponies under the hood to get by him. Hanging on right there on the bumper, Paul Berthwick. Them two battle it out. Two Chevrolets up front. Brian Ray back here in third. 1.7 seconds behind them two. And he's got his work cut out for him to get up there. William Kirk right on his tail.
Oh, Mark Robinson got loose.
Oh, yes he did. And he's going to go back a ways. Looks like he goes back to the 7th place.
Got a caution flag.
Cross the
Big
grass.
on the front stretch.
Yeah, I'm on it here. And Mark Robertson with a lot of damage on that. And I'm going to have to go back here. This is, have to see what happened to Mark. Well, he's got a lot of damage on that. It looks like him and somebody got together there. John Mushton, I believe. Mushton, looks like Mushton got loose right in front of him. Comes over and hits Mark and puts him into the wall. And then Mark's going to go down across the grass. Him, Brian Phillips, across the grass. Brian Phillips, I think, will be okay. It was Mushton and Mark Robertson that come out of that battle. A lot of damage.
And Mushton's pulled it behind the wall. He's done for the day.
Mark Robertson trying to make it around here, and hopefully he can make it to pit road and maybe get that thing looked at. I don't know.
It's a shame for Mark Robertson. He was having a good run.
Sure was. Paul Berthwick coming down pit road. Christopher Hurlow, everybody coming down pit road here. 19 laps to go. When they cross the line, it's going to be 18 to go. Let's see who can get out of here first. Let's see if we're going to see any 2 tire changes, Ed, or 4 tire changes. I don't know. Berthwick with 2 tire change, and he's away. Hurlow doing 4. Wow. Okay.
Why is it not fixing my car when I uncheck my tires? That's twice it's done it.
I don't know.
It cuts it off. It finishes the pit stop right there. It quits repairing my car. That's weird. That's twice now. I didn't say anything the first time, but it just did it again. If you uncheck your tires going down pit road, it won't fix your car, I guess.
Wow. iRacing always making something crazy.
Either that or it's a glitch. I don't know. Okay, so Berthwick still out front. Brian Ray second. Chris Serkois third. And Christopher Hurlow fourth. William Kirk fifth. Lee Bedsall sixth. Stephen Hollingsworth seventh. Kevin O'Brien eighth. Joel Hamilton ninth. And Brian Phillips 10th. We haven't talked about Joel all night. Here he is running back in ninth, and he's coming down pit road right behind Scott Brinson. And he's going to get that car looked at. He's got some pretty good damage on that car. I'm sure we're going to see a 4-tire change by him. Scott doing a 4-tire change.
Yeah, I got damage. Plus I got a passing under yellow black flag for whatever reason. It's been a wonderful race. I'm still in 13th somehow. I don't know how that is.
Yeah. That's because everybody behind you is on pit road or many more laps down than you are. Joel getting off of pit road, and didn't look like he got too much damage fixed up on that, but he's still out here. Paul Berthwick leading right now. Brian Ray second. Well, I already ran down through that, but we'll go down through it again. What the heck? Brian Ray second. Chris Serkois in the third spot. Christopher Hurlow fourth. William Kirk fifth. Lee Bedsall sixth. Stephen Hollingsworth seventh. Kevin O'Brien eighth. Brian Phillips ninth. And Joel Hamilton 10th. Boy, this thing is really wigging out on me. I don't know. Kind of ticking me off a little bit. Charlotte's one of them tracks, though, that with the that big TV screen on the backstretch, really does cause a lot of lag and stuff in the server. And I think we might have just got a bad server here tonight. I don't know. Seems like YouTube's straightened itself up now. It's running okay. I guess that's one good thing. All right, Ed. Pace car's in. Paul Berthwick waiting on the green, and the green flag is out. We're going. I don't know what happened to Ed.
I'm right here, Rudy. I had to go do a little talking.
Good start by Paul Berthwick. Chris Serkois on the inside, coming right along behind him. Christopher Hurlow. And boy, look at the cars gaggled up here behind these guys. William Kirk getting a push by Stephen Hollingsworth. Kirk trying to get a run here on the inside of Christopher Hurlow. And Lee Bedsall right there in 7th spot, watching all this happen right out his windshield. Let's ride along here with him real quick as we see everything out the windshield of Lee Bedsall. What's going on up front? Kevin O'Brien right behind him in the 8th spot. These guys all out here with them new tires, Ed. They're pretty brave.
Wow, almost 4 wide right there. Somebody's got to give. Oh, they touched him.
Oh, there we go. There's a caution. No caution yet, but I'm sure there will be. Looks like William Kirk going to be back here trying to get that car straightened out and get it going again. Have a little bit of damage on it, not a whole bunch, but Brian Ray in 2nd now, and he's got a mirror full of Christopher Herlo. Christopher looks at the inside of him coming down the backstretch, drives it in there.
Take that spot.
Yes, he does. Brian Ray just kind of lets him go. He kind of washed up the hill a little bit there and let Christopher get by him. William Kirk goes back to 7th place, but he is 18.8 seconds behind the leader right now, long ways back. Brian Phillips in 6th, clear sailing for him, nobody ahead of him or behind him immediately, so good job by him. Joel Hamilton, same thing for him in 5th spot. Kevin O'Brien goes up to 4th. Wow, Kevin's going to come out here with a good finish, Ed.
He sure is.
10 laps to go.
Stick it out, Kevin. You got a good car up there. Hanging in there tough. Running that fort.
Brian Ray in 3rd as Herlo's now in 2nd. 1.2 seconds behind Paul Berthwick. And as long as these guys don't make any big mistakes or anything, they probably are going to finish that way. Get up here on Paul Berthwick real quick. He is our leader. Give him a little camera time. Brian Ray now 1.9 seconds behind the leader. We got a lot of guys coming off of pit road now. Mark Robertson coming off. He is going to be back in 13th. Scott Brinson moved up to 10th. Woo!
Wow.
Well,
This
hey.
has definitely not been a top 10 run.
Well,
I'll be the first to say that.
you got a top 10.
Yeah, top 10 better than nothing.
I'm sorry, guys.
It don't matter if you're 100 laps down as long as it's the top 10. You know.
I'm just out here turning laps right now.
Christopher Herlo there now 1 second behind Paul Berthwick. And closes that up to 9/10. So he is closing that gap, Ed.
He's having enough time. We'll see. 5 laps to go.
Down to 8/10. This could come down to a photo finish at the end, though. We never know.
Put the metal to the pedal, Paul.
Brian Ray in 3rd.
Earlo's coming, buddy. You better watch out.
Kevin O'Brien with a great run here tonight, running in the 4th spot. He kind of races like I do, Eddie. You know, right around back there half of the race and just right around in the back, you know. And then, boy, he kicked it up about 3 notches. I think he found 4th gear in that thing.
He probably sure did, man. You get that 3rd spot, you'd be happy. You'd be happy if you get 4th spot. So it is what it is. He got that Ford up there, and that's where he's going to stick it.
Well, we got Chevy, Ford. Cole Hamilton driving another Chevy. So 4 Chevys out of the top 5. 1 Ford in there, Kevin O'Brien. Well, 2 more races after this week, folks. So let's see. Next week we go to Michigan.
That should be a good one.
Yeah, Michigan.
What's the last race?
Homestead, yep. I'm trying to look here real quick if I can
Both
pull
those
this
should be
up.
pretty good.
Let's see.
I'll definitely be practicing for both those races.
Yeah, Michigan for 80 laps next week, and then the week after that, 100 laps at Homestead to finish out the season, and then we'll be crowning our champion. Herlo right on the bumper of Paul Berthwick now, so as Paul burnt them tires up, and Christopher gonna get by him. It looks like he got a pretty good run coming off of 2, and Christopher Herlo takes over the lead, looking for the win here tonight.
He sure does.
He caught him and passed him just when he needed to. White flag is in the air, folks. 1 more lap. Berthwick not going to let him just take it that easy. He's going to come back fighting.
On that low side, he's got him. See if he can do the crossover up here. Earl, can he get the crossover? Can he do it? Coming out of 1 out of 3, I'm in a 3. Coming out of 4, can he do it?
I think Herlo's just going to say, you know what? You go ahead, take the win. I've got the points championship here. I don't want to take a chance on wrecking it. Coming across the line first, Paul Berthwick. Congratulations to Paul.
Congratulations, Paul.
Good job, Paul.
What a finish. Not how we thought it was going to end, huh?
No, sir.
It looked like Herlo was going to win that, but Paul Berthwick coming home the winner here tonight. Congratulations to him. Well, there's a first-time winner in the league right there, Ed. Man, good job by him.
There was, Rudy.
All right, let's get down here and let's see if we can find these guys. I just want to mention Paul Berthwick did lead the most laps here tonight. He led 40 laps, so he will collect the bonus points for leading the most laps.
And he's not on my TeamSpeak.
Why isn't he on TeamSpeak?
I don't know. He's not in the room nowhere.
Paul Berthwick.
Yes, Rudy.
We're looking for you in TeamSpeak to interview you. You're supposed to be in TeamSpeak.
He's up in the chat room, 68 Berthwick, second name down on the list.
Yeah, he's in there, Ed. All right, we got you. He's in TeamSpeak, Ed. I'm trying to drag him down, but this is just not working for me. Nothing's working right for me tonight. Okay, I got him. Okay, I got Paul here. Hold on.
I already have him.
Well, I know, but I was dragging him, so... Hold on a minute. I got him.
What?
I had a hold of him.
I already dragged him down here.
It took me 20 minutes to drag him down here. By God, I'm going to drag him down here. Okay, Paul Berthwick, you got a copy?
I copy.
Okay, come out of here with a victory tonight. Congratulations, Paul. Talk about them last couple of laps with battling with Christopher Herlo. That looked like a lot of fun.
Oh, I knew that if he got a good run coming off the corners, I was keeping an eye on how far he was back, so I knew I had to somewhat save a little bit, but as soon as he caught me, I let him by a little bit, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to go for this win, so I dove down underneath him and I don't know if he felt bad for me not being in victory lane here, but I think he gave me the win. But it was a great race, great last 20, 30 laps. Amazing. It was a lot of fun.
Rudy, you still there?
Yeah, I had to mute him because it was the feedback from the birth going on in the background. I don't know what's going on there, but anyhow, congratulations on your win, Paul. Now I know this isn't really going to get you into the championship or nothing, but kind of gives you a little bit of a shot in the arm, doesn't it, going into next week?
Yeah, I kind of told her a little in the previous sessions here on the track and off the track. I'm trying to make a name here. I'm coming in for next season, hopefully, and I'm going to be competitive, and I want to go after a championship as well. And I just want to kind of test the waters a little bit. Come out here tonight, drive hard at one of my favorite tracks that I was prepping all week for last week. So I pulled off a good win. I think I can win a championship next season, but hats off to Sean and Christopher Hurlow for their battle for the championship for the remainder of this season.
Okay, Paul. Well, thanks for talking with us, buddy, and congrats on your win here tonight.
Thank you.
Ed, you got second place?
Sure do, Rudy. Hey, Christopher.
Hey, how's it going, Ed?
Hi, Christopher. What a run you had tonight, man. Up in the front most of the night. Fell back a little bit in the fourth spot. Picked yourself back up. Paul was way ahead of you, man. Like almost like 2 seconds, 3 seconds. When you just caught, you took that Chevrolet, brought it right back to front. You made a pass, and all of a sudden on the last lap, I don't know what happened. You got up on that high side there. Can you tell us what happened there on that last lap?
Well, he got on the inside of me there, and I thought maybe he was going to overdrive, so I went up, tried to give him as much room as possible, and I ended up getting up into the great stuff, and from that point on, I was just really loose and spinning the tires. I even smoked the tires right there, so that's what happened there on the last lap.
Well, just we said, well, you going to make a crossover there? You had us on our edge of our feet, buddy. You really did. I just look forward to watching you every week. You race really hard. You're a clean driver, and that's what we like looking over for Max and Speed Racing, clean drivers like yourself, and it's just awesome. I mean, you raced really hard tonight. I want to say congratulations for your second spot tonight, buddy. Awesome job that you did.
All right, thank you, Ed. Appreciate it.
Okay, Rudy, back to you.
Anybody you wanted to give a shout out to there, Christopher, as long as you're on the air?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to all the viewers and the commentators and the broadcast. Of course, you, Rudy, and I don't know if Scott was in there, and Ed.
Yep.
You guys do a great job. And I'd like to give a shout out to my family. And thought I was going to get a win there. It would have been great for my birthday, but just didn't happen. Sucks that Sean Butler got in a little bit of an incident that he did. I don't really know what happened, but all in all, it was a pretty good day, points-wise.
All right. Thanks for talking with us, Christopher, and good luck in the championship here. This would be 2 in a row for you if you can pull it off.
Yes, sir. I think we can do it.
All right. Good luck. Okay.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Yeah, happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Scott, I'm going to let you take Brian Ray there. We got Brian, third place. Go ahead.
Really? Even though I raced in the race, you want me to do an interview?
Well, okay. If you don't want to, I will. That's fine.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Brian, you got a copy? Brian Ray. Got no sound. You got your mic muted in line or something? No sound. Well, anyhow, Brian, you come in third tonight. Congratulations. We'd like to see you up there, man. It's good seeing you up in the front. You're bringing home on the top spot. Well, not the top spot, but in the top 3 on the podium. And it looked like a pretty fun race for you out there. It looked like a lot of guys really kind of giving you a good battle for that third spot. You had a tough time hanging on to it, but you managed to do it and come home third. I don't know what's going on with your mic, but
Can you hear me now?
There we go. There we go. We got you.
I wonder why nobody was talking to me tonight.
Oh, well, what the heck was going on with it?
Something in my programming.
Oh, okay. Well, you got it fixed. That's a good thing. Well, anyhow, great run out there today, Brian. We'd like to see you up there, man. It's good to see the Brian Ray car in the top, 3 like that. That's pretty awesome. Talk about your racing a little bit out there tonight.
You know me, I like to start in the back and work forward and take my time. And got in a little incident with the 07 car at the beginning, but other than that, did really well until the end. Hurlo was a lot faster. I let him go by and just took the third.
Well, congratulations to you on it. Well deserved. I mean, you really did a good job keeping it up ahead of a lot of fast guys that were behind you too, even some that had some damage and everything else. So, but you bring it in third tonight. Anybody you want to thank?
Oh, I just appreciate you guys putting this on. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, Brian. Well, thanks a lot for talking with us. Congrats, buddy.
Thanks, Rudy.
And nothing personal, Brian. I just feel weird doing the interviews when I'm in the race.
Don't worry about it.
Good job tonight, Brian.
Thanks.
All right, let's run down through the results real quick, and we'll get the heck out of here. Paul Berthwick coming home the winner here tonight. We had 4 cautions and 14 lead changes. It was an awesome race. Long green flag runs. Christopher Hurlo in second. Brian Ray third. Kevin O'Brien fourth. Joel Hamilton fifth. Brian Phillips sixth. William Kirk 7th, Chris Serkois 8th, Robert Craze 9th, and Scott Brinson 10. Scott, you want to take the other ones?
I already backed out of the room.
Daniel Smallwood 11th, Stephen Hollingsworth 12th, Lee Bedsall 13th, Mark Robertson 14th, Cody Griffin 15th, Joey Buscemi coming home 16th, John Mushkin 17th, Tommy Lee 18th, Sean Butler 19th, and Kyle Streichars 20th. 21st was Rush, and Charles Winters taking up the tail end of the field there, 22nd. So, but anyhow, congratulations to these guys. And I still ain't figured out why it showed me in there, but that was Ed. Never mind. Okay, so congratulations to our winner. Go ahead,
Rudy. Before we go for the evening, I just want to wish you and everybody out there Happy New Year, and look forward to this up and coming season, man. You know when you're going to have the information as far as next season goes? I'm sure the fans out there are curious.
Probably in a couple of weeks. Probably by the last race, we'll have it. I got to
take a week off.
Yeah, we'll take a week off in between, maybe 2, but probably more than likely just a week.
Good deal.
That's what
I'm
we
looking
usually.
Forward to it.
Yeah, we usually only take a week off, but you never know. I mean, it depends just on when Ed and I can get together and get things laid out and figured out what we're going to do. So. All right, well, thanks for tuning in here tonight on YouTube, and we will see you tomorrow night for Mock Speed Racing. Until then, stay safe, folks.